Hello, good people of the world, wherever you're joining us from. We're glad to have you on board. So, today we have a request from a YouTube account that I'm not familiar with, who hasn't requested before, which is always a nice thing. So, it's from Bardley C Fan. 3 album suggestions. These 3 albums by Alexz Johnson. Voodoo, Still Alive, and Seasons. So I randomly chose Seasons for no particular reason. Let's have a look at Alexz Johnson, however that's pronounced. I don't know if this is someone that you've heard of, Max Street Brett?
No, not that I can think of, no.
Okay, so Alexander Spencer Johnson. Born November the 4th, 1987, so she is younger than us. Is a Canadian singer and actress. So we won't go through. Can you see this, right? I'm sharing the screen, right? You can see it. Okay. So I won't go through all of this. Johnson is best known for her roles as Jude Harris in the CTV series Instant Star, as Annie Thelen in the Disney Channel series So Weird, and a few more other things as well. So I've never heard of her. When it comes to genres, on the right-hand side of it, it says her genres are pop and world. It's
good
very kind of...
Good nightclub. Yeah.
Pop world.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really explain very much. And if we just go down to the bottom, we could kind of read... What's this about Kate Bush? So this described her as pop with eclectic world rhythms and influences. Paul Simon, Kate Bush, Annie Lennox.
Yeah. Oh, lovely.
Okay, we're up to something here. I think that was for her, one of her first albums. Where actually, as I said, I randomly chose her last album. Well, I didn't know it was her last album at the time, actually, but it is her last album. You can see it here, Seasons 2023.
Oh,
is there any information about that album? Maybe here, possibly. I don't think we have much information about that album, unless I've missed it somewhere. So yeah, I don't really know what this is, but I guess we've got a bit of an idea. It's kind of probably be nice sounding sort of pop music. The album itself has 10 tracks to it, 42 minutes, 55 seconds long. So I don't know about you, but I'm quite looking forward to this one. I think this could be right up our streets, but don't want to put too much pressure on it. Now, this is her latest album, so maybe she's gone for a different style with this one. I don't know. Not that we know what her usual style is. So what about you? Are you up for it?
Yeah, obviously, I know it's obviously it's the latest album, obviously the artist that you mentioned there, that obviously quite like the sounds of, maybe sort of different there, but I think it's definitely got potential. Hopefully it's an album that you're going to like. Feel like you've been let down. I wouldn't say let down, because you have enjoyed, but it's something for you to really enjoy and get your teeth into potentially. And like the classic things normally say, I think on the plus side, only 10 tracks, only 42 minutes. So if it's god awful, we haven't wasted like 2 hours.
It won't be awful.
No, it can't. I think it's definitely going to, I feel like it's going to be down that sort of, what we call, that sort of that nice music, isn't it? It's going to be inoffensive, pleasant to listen to. But then again, you never know. I suppose we're about to find out, as you would say.
Okay, so we're about to find out what it's like, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. Right, so we've listened to the album. Skype is doing something a little bit different now. What's it say? Let everyone know they're being recorded. Okay, well, everything's fine, I think.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for the heads up.
So yeah, let's get into it then. So the first track, the same name as the title of the album, Seasons. I thought to myself, yeah, this sounds nice. It has a really nice chilled aura. I'd say I wasn't overly keen on her high-pitched voice, though at certain points in the song. I suppose it was the chorus. I like the general verses. That was what I really liked about it. But yeah, just found the chorus a little bit disappointing. Um, yeah, because of the voice and the too high pitched voice, and just wasn't quite what I wanted in terms of a chorus. I thought towards the end the song peaks and then drops again to the nice part that I really like. But I'd say overall it was a promising start.
Yeah, so I think a lovely start to the album. Very nice, as you say that. I think I'm probably going to use that N word quite a lot in this review. What I found it was quite interesting. Like we literally had singing right from like almost like the first note, and it's because I think in the last few albums, a lot of few albums done, I feel like we've either had like sort of intro tracks or almost non-singing ones. So to actually have singing straight away felt a bit different there. Um, I did find my toes were tapping to this, but like you, I really do like her voice. But I don't know, something. I don't think it was the high pitchedness of it because I say I do like a female singer, but it was something maybe because it wasn't like a real pop song. It was a bit sort of just a nice song. It didn't maybe what I've said in the past, maybe need that little bit of oomph to it or something. But I couldn't quite put my finger on it. Maybe I might be able to delve more into that as we go through to the album. But as for a song, yeah, just nice. And it's kind of what maybe I thought this album might be about and see if it obviously continues. The question I was going to pose to you, out of curiosity, I don't know if you remember the song too well, but did you have a feeling of what season it felt for you? Out of
No,
curiosity.
I
No.
didn't.
Well, I've put here's my sort of note here. I sort of got it sort of summer, end of summer, coming into autumn. That's the kind of season feel I got from it.
Okay. Next track was Borderline. This was actually the shortest song on the album, but it was still a proper song. It wasn't like an interlude or anything like that. Another nice song. It's again a word I'm going to use quite a lot. I think, like you said as well. This song doesn't have maybe as much to it as the previous song in terms of the different. I don't know in terms of what was happening in the song. Well, obviously it's shorter as well. It's probably one of the reasons why. But I actually preferred this one due to its simplicity.
Yeah, nice simplicity, as you said there to it. I've put it in the brackets. I feel like this song, I don't want to go down the sexist route here, but I felt it would have been more suited for a man to sort of sing for this one. I don't know why again, that is. So I really like a voice. As you said, I do like a female singer, but I always had this, there was something going on. I think I sort of touch on it a little bit later on. We'll get onto it. It's slow. Like I said, it's very much like the last one, but a slower version, a shorter version as well. And I've put here also starting to get a bit of sort of a country feel to this as well. But otherwise, a really nice sort of pleasant, another nice pleasant song that we've had. But yeah, definitely a sort of country-ish feel.
Yeah, I'll get to that later. Track 3 was Hurt Me, a really slow song this time, a nice enough song, good solid ballad. Not really sure why I've got so little to say about it. But it was a different style of song which I appreciated.
Yeah, I should probably as well. I think my notes do sort of dwindle down a little bit more as we get towards the end of the album. But again, yeah, another really nice, pleasant song. Again, a little bit slower than the one before, which was a slow one of the one before that. Definitely sort of that country feel sort of in the background as well. I've put the artist here, James Morrison. And I think this is where I'm sort of alluding to where I feel like that's like for these sort of just nice songs, I think as a one-off with a female singer is okay. I think, and I'm playing McCoskey quite early for the whole album, maybe, and I feel like for these classic sort of, just nice sort of your Damien Rices, your Jane Morrisons. I feel like they have that little bit more to it. But bringing it back to her and the song, again, really nice voice, just a really nice, relaxing, pleasant song.
Right. Track 4 then was I Need You Like You Need Me. So another nice, easy listening song with a slight country feel to it. This is my first time sort of picking up the country element to it. But yeah, I do think the album as a whole certainly had a country feel to it, particularly this song. I like the softly sung part at the end. I thought it was a nice way to end the song. So yeah, overall, just a nice, easy listening song.
Yeah, copy repeats. Same there. This almost has all sort of catchy feel to it as well. This is probably my favourite one out of the 4 so far. Again, that country feeling coming through here. This kind of and before you shoot me down, Lee, when there's the next comment here, I feel sort of Bruce Springsteen. I don't remember sort of the latest album that we did of his. I definitely got that sort of vibe a little bit from this one here. And again, that's what I was sort of thinking, you know what, kind of rather be, it would be nice to hear Bruce Springsteen probably singing this song in a way. But otherwise, I said, again, nice, sort of pleasant song. And as I was saying, it definitely was my favourite out of the 4 thus far.
So track 5 was Tomorrow Will Be Gone. So this one does feel very country. So I said track 4 was slight country kind of feel to it. This one, this one's a full-on country song. A different type of song. As I said, it's a full-on country song. Almost feels like a totally different singer as well, due to her different singing style in this song. So I think she's very versatile in, the different styles of singing she has. It's another nice enough song, but it's a bit too long, this one. I'm not sure if I can't remember if this is the longest track on the album, but one of the longest. I thought it just went on for a little bit too long.
Yeah, I can't put exactly the same thing. So as you said, this was the longest song on the album, almost 6 minutes, or maybe just a little bit over 6 minutes long. But really sort of, again, definitely sort of the countryness is sort of built up, I think, as we've gone on. And definitely again, this one here, I've got that sort of driving down the sort of American country roads feel to that. And again, as I refer back to Bruce Springsteen when we did his album, I got that same sort of feel. And there was definitely elements from his latest album that I found on this one here as well. But really, really good. Again, really like her voice. Definitely a change up in some ways with that there. And I think it had a bit more of a range from her as well, which is really good to see. But as you said, I think probably maybe just that little bit too long. Otherwise, I think it could have been a real... So, and it seems hard for, because I said it was a nice song, but for some reason, with it going on that little bit longer, it's hard to say got a bit boring, but I think it's probably what maybe did happen. Just that little bit repetitive in the song. So it's a shame, really.
Track 6 was Faith. This is another really slow song. I like the style of of the singing in this one. Almost talking / singing, sort of very softly sung. And what can I say? Another nice song, nice instrumentals. It's just nice and pleasant.
Yeah, absolutely. I think now this is probably now my favourite one on the album so far. Again, like I said, I do like the female singer. We definitely get that this throughout, and has things like the sort of emotional voice and lyrics to that. Violin instrumental, really, really like that there. And it sort of reminded me again to think back. Actually, she actually plays the guitar in this as well. So I know she's singing, playing the guitar as well, which kind of then led me on a little bit thinking about, again, back in the day, before we were recording these, and we did a few sort of, this went back, we used to voice know each other with a different country. We did a few couple of like female country singers. So had sort of elements of that. I kind of wish I had a bit more of that to them in this album as well. But it kind of reminds me of that. But this song, Faith, definitely my favourite so far.
Track 7, Ain't That the Way. I like the start of this. I like her voice in this song. And yet again, it's just another nice enough song. I don't really have anything else to add to it.
Yeah, this one's again gone a bit more sort of upbeat with this one. Again, I'm getting that sort of country feel, Bruce Springsteen latest album, elements of that there as well. This felt a bit more sort of catchy. I found. I think definitely by the end did feel actually, yeah, this is actually because none of these have been catchy in the sense of like proper pop song catchy. This was probably the closest one to that. I wouldn't still say it's like the catchiest of songs. Because I wouldn't be able to re-sing it back to you, but for my notes, it definitely felt it out of the ones so far, and I felt I could pick on the lyrics a bit more in this one as well. As you said there, but the main thing, yeah, just a really nice, pleasant, well-sung song.
Track 8, Take the Blame. This was a slower song. I like her singing voice in this song too, but I just felt the song is a bit boring. Instrumentals, though, did start to liven up a bit. And to be fair, I think the song in general now it has livened up, including the singing. I think the reason I said at the beginning it was a bit boring, I think it's just the style of song. I think it's just this kind of like sleepy feeling style of singing. But yeah, like by the end of it, it was all right.
Yeah, again, I haven't got a lot on this one here. I definitely feel more of a sort of emotional theme with this one here as well. And you're right, definitely started that sort of stuff, and it sort of built up as we went on for that one there. And at this point, this is what I'm sort of saying. Again, nice, feeling the face on, but probably not as good as nice as probably some of the previous track. And this might be the sort of habit where we get into, where maybe it's starting to feel a bit repetitive, maybe a bit boring, possibly. I don't know. But I think it's a good, nice song. Just once we've had the previous ones, I just felt they were better.
Yeah, I think based on what you just said there at the end, I'm going to touch on that now with track 9, Other Side. I was just struggling to describe this or give my feelings towards it. I think probably just because I listen to a lot of these songs now, and I don't know, I wouldn't say I was getting bored of it, but
yeah,
I don't know, it's kind of just dragging on a little bit maybe. So another nice song on the album. It has its moments where it builds up, but I don't really have much more to say on it.
Yeah, again, kind of what I've pretty much, it's almost carbon copy of what I've sort of said from the previous track. I said the usual things, again, still really nice song, well sung, all that kind of thing, but again, just didn't feel as much there. The only other addition I've got here, I was starting to get a bit of a sort of Shania Twain vibe in this one, and I don't mean in the sense of, her big, popular, massive hits there. It's probably more maybe the slight sound of her voice, because Shania Twain also does country kind of things as well. That maybe
so glad we made it. Look how
and maybe it's my conscience going, maybe I'd rather be listening to Shania Twain right now, which I don't think that was generally the case, but I somehow got a sort of Shania Twain vibe in this particular track.
So the last track then was Mad World, another typical kind of album song. I mean, for this particular album, to finish things off with, has that nice, pleasant sound to it, a bit of a country feel to it, nice, impressive singing. So yeah, it's just kind of copy paste.
Yeah, bit of a mixed one with this one here. So I was kind of thinking, especially when I saw the title come up, I was thinking, I wonder if, maybe could this be the real experimental track? Maybe just would have done something a bit different. Mad World doesn't quite fit in the same stuff as anything else, maybe. And I actually did quite like this one overall in the end. I think it's definitely better than probably the last previous two tracks and probably on par with some of the other ones that I like. Again, usual thing, really good, nice, sort of pleasant song. Definitely felt some toe tapping, head bopping, emotional, felt some of the lyrics sort of come through, almost kind of catchy. We had then sort of a slow down bit, sort of builds up at the end, and then sort of the repeating Mad World sort of at the end. I felt it probably was a nice way to end the album, despite the fact, it's been pretty much the same all the way through. So, what I'm trying to say, I think I'm glad rather it ended on this track, maybe than like some probably the other previous two, maybe.
Yeah. So if we're summing up, um, I think we do say this sometimes. I think this is one of these albums that it's quite difficult to kind of like sit through and kind of take notes with. I think it is a nice album to listen to in a lot of situations, like maybe in a cafe, restaurant, it's on in the background, or just like, I don't know, like background music. It's just sort of nice to listen to. Um, so yeah, the music was nice enough. I quite liked it, but nothing stood out for me. There's not really one song that I could, like normally with some of these albums, like I say, right, top three would be, or at least the three songs I like more than others would be whatever. With this album, I can't say that. There's nothing that stood out for me. So there was like no bad songs, but no really good songs either for me. Um, just a nice, album. I don't know, just nice music. That I'd happy listen to this album, like I say, without, as long as I didn't have to kind of focus on listening to it too much and picking things out of it, what I liked about it, what I don't like about it. So yeah, it was it was nice. That's all I can say.
Yeah, playing the nice drinking game. Every time you hear nice, have a shot. Yeah, I copy and paste your comments as well there. I think the only difference to me, maybe to that one, is that, as I said, as I was going through, obviously, I was able to pick out like two or three that I did like slightly more than the others. But in all honesty, like, it's not like it was a massive, massive jump. I think just in terms of the album, it was slightly a bit better. And I think you said it quite well there. We've done these ones in the past where, for us, we're not music critical, we're not music critics, we're not, professional, and so it's hard, just to sort of listen and give deep dive in terms of our thoughts, meanings on it. It's one you sort of just have to be in the right moment, listen to and enjoy. You can't not like the album, not enjoy listening to it, because it's pleasant and nice, as you said there. It wasn't until after I looked and did a bit more, not massive amount of research, not that crazy, where the album has got a lot about sort of her life. I think it was sort of just after COVID. I think she was going through some different things going in life, and this is sort of what her album was about there. So I think maybe going back to listen to that and not have to critique it and sort of listen to it again with maybe that sort of thought in the back of my mind would probably be a slightly different experience. I'm not going to say I'm going to change and sort of say absolutely love it after doing that. I still probably feel the same. I said it's a perfectly nice, enjoyable album. Maybe not rush listen again, but would definitely be happy to listen to it again, if that makes sense.
It does to me. And with that, we will end the album review here. Keep the requests coming. If you want your album, we have quite a few in the bank, I think. If you want your album review to be guaranteed, then just need to donate to us. Just donate any amount, $2 would be great. And yeah, we will guarantee that we'll get it done for you. If not, it will just join the back of the queue. Or just randomly, we'll just randomly choose one. So, thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon for the next one. Take care, guys. Goodbye.